Hey, folks, this clip is brought to you by Rattle and Snap Tennessee Whiskey from Lockstill Distillery. Make your own luck, just like Tennessee football's fast paced Rattle and Snap offense with Rattle and Snap Tennessee Whiskey.
So there's this kid, Ricardo Jones, is the prospect, and he has his commitment last night. And I don't think any Tennessee fans saw this until after the fact, because I don't think any Tennessee fans knew who this kid was. Like normally, if Tennessee is in on a recruit and they're live streaming their commitment, Tennessee fans are watching. This fan base is just crazy. They will watch anything and everything involving Tennessee, but nobody was watching this kid do this because it seems like Tennessee was not involved with this kid. Like I think there had been an early effort with him to just obviously you just doing your due diligence, 4-star safety from Georgia, but on 247 he's not listed in the top 5 teams there. On I think Tennessee was like the 5th team listed on 3 in terms of his interest pool. And then last night in his commitment, he gets up and says, "I'm taking my talent," or however he said it.
Yeah.
"I'm going to," and then he put a Tennessee hat on and had a Tennessee T-shirt on. And then he was like, "I'm just kidding," and he took it off and had a Clemson shirt on underneath, and then put on a Clemson hat. And everybody's looking around, going, "What did we do to you?" I'm sorry. What does Tennessee have to do with any of this? And what it makes me wonder is Dabo just mad? He's over there flipping burgers and he's just pissed off, right? He told this kid to do this. It has to be, right?
Man, I hope that's the case. I hadn't really even thought about framing it that way, but I could see Dabo with one of his corny little TikTok videos or sending this kid a message like, how about you, think it'd be real funny if you put on this Tennessee shirt, kind of tricked everybody. But yeah, I mean, it really, everybody's response to it, at least on the Tennessee side of things that I've seen, is pretty much your response. It's what? Why would you? We don't care about you. We don't really know who you are. The kid told On3 last week or earlier this month that his decision was down to Clemson and Florida State. He told them Clemson had the edge. Everybody thought the kid was going to Clemson, that follows recruiting or follows this kid, covers him. That Tennessee was never really in the mix. Like you said, that I think there were some early recruiting efforts. They weren't really recruiting him lately at all. And they weren't expecting to land him. They weren't trying to land him. I don't understand it. It kind of feels like Georgia fans jumping in the comment section of a pro Tennessee video or tweet or article or whatever, just to kind of throw shade at Tennessee when it has nothing to do with Tennessee at all, or with Georgia. Feels like that's kind of what was happening here. Like Clemson's lost in the Tennessee, they've lost in super region or in the regionals to Tennessee. Haven't had good luck against the Vols lately, and Tennessee being good is not good for Clemson in any way. Just like Clemson's rise in the 2010s was not good for Tennessee. Maybe that's what was going on. I don't know. I like to think that maybe that's what was happening. Dabo was trying to get this kid to throw shade at Tennessee, and it epically backfired.
I hope so, because we all know that Dabo's a petty little loser. And I mean, Tennessee kicked his butt. Tennessee kicked Clemson's butt in general. Again, you said it there. Beat him in baseball on the way to the College World Series. And I mean, otherwise, I don't know. How do you ascribe this kind of like malice coming from this kid? If he just thinks he needs to take a shot at Tennessee. I mean, just to give full context here, he never even took an official visit to Tennessee. 3 unofficial visits, 2 in 2022, and then 1 on April 1st of this year. And then he took an official visit to Clemson, and then he committed. I mean, it just was kind of that simple. And you just saw from any recruiting analysts where they were just like, yeah, Tennessee wasn't really in it with this kid. They had kind of given up. And what happened on these unofficial visits? Did somebody piss him off or do something? Maybe he wanted to come to Tennessee and Tennessee wasn't interested. I don't know. Or maybe it's just pettiness from Dabo. I like to think it's that one.
Few things go better with a Tennessee sports victory than an awesome whiskey. And actually, me and Jonathan Crompton had a drink of whiskey during the postgame show of every football win this past season, and more specifically, we had Rattle and Snap Tennessee Select Straight Whiskey. You can see it right there behind me. Log Still Distillery has released a new Tennessee whiskey product line called Rattle and Snap Tennessee Whiskey, named after a long-forgotten game of chance. Rattle and Snap is a whiskey for those who make their own luck. There's a 4-year and an 8-year version of Rattle and Snap whiskey, and actually, this one behind me is the 4-year version right here. It's perfect for making your favorite whiskey cocktails or just drinking neat. It's really great stuff, and I mean, you can see it there. The bottle looks great, too. You can find Rattle and Snap right now in stores across Tennessee, and Rattle and Snap is also available in Kentucky, Indiana, and Mississippi. So run, don't walk to get yourself some Rattle and Snap whiskey, and follow Rattle and Snap on Instagram at Rattle and Snap Whiskey. That is Rattle and Snap Tennessee Select Straight Whiskey.
But yeah, regardless, like I look at it on 3. Just in going back through the month of June, 7 different predictions for him to go to Clemson. Like there was and on 3, the prediction machine, 96% to Clemson. Like it wasn't like this was even in question, really. It seemed like it's strange. It's really, really strange. That's why it feels like there's some kind of vindictiveness there, but who knows? It's not the first time a recruit has done this in Tennessee. Strangely. Didn't a kid did this and then chose Florida a few years back, didn't they? If I'm thinking
Well,
correctly.
there was the one that went to, was it Quay Walker that went to Georgia, I believe, through the hat.
Oh, yes. That sounds
And
exactly right.
He has gotten in trouble several times in the NFL already with the Green Bay Packers. He did something really stupid last year during a game. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I remember the Packers head coach was like not happy at all with him. So trolling another school at your commitment ceremony might be a bad idea. Might be a bad sign of things to come.
Yeah, bit of a red flag there. I don't know. But hey, we'll take it because Tennessee will just keep beating you at stuff. Clearly, it seems to not.
He was ejected twice last season. Quay Walker out of football. I think he was a rookie. That's what it was. He pushed the practice squad player on the sidelines. Do you remember that?
No, but I mean that sounds for guys out of Kirby's program right now, because they just did that giant expose in the Journal-Constitution.
They've done a couple. They've done a couple with the traffic incidents, and now there was another one this morning where they kind of some pretty serious stuff. It was I don't want to misspeak, but it was like a recruit that had been on campus drinking underage. There was maybe an alleged like assault or sexual assault or something that possibly happened that was mentioned. So some pretty serious things to not really make light of. There's some things they need to get under control down there.
Yeah. Kirby, he's I mean, you could really say he's selling his soul for all of that. It kind of seems like, but it's working, I guess. They are winning those championships. But anywho, there really is that as far as Tennessee football and recruiting, all of those things. We'll keep you updated. We'll keep talking about whatever may happen. Hopefully in the next few weeks, we're talking about a commitment from Mike Matthews. That'd be great.